Look, if your credit score is below 700 right now, this might be the most important video you watch this year, not next week, not when you have time. Because most people will go their entire lives working hard, earning money, paying bills, and still losing financially. Not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, but because they never understood the system. They say, hard work without strategy is just expensive effort. Do you agree? What if everything you've been told about your FICO score is only half the truth? Not wrong, but incomplete. And incomplete information is dangerous. It is as good as no information. Half knowledge equals no knowledge. Before we go deeper, drop your credit score range in the comments. 500 to 600, 600 to 700, and 700 to 850. Let's see where everyone is. Let me paint a picture. Two friends, let's call them Jack and Joe, living in the same neighborhood. They go to the same school. They got same opportunities. They graduate, get similar jobs, and started earning. From the outside, their lives look identical, but behind the scenes, they start making different financial moves. Jack applies for credit randomly. Money lands. He gets excited, goes on a spending spree, pays back when he can. And Joe? He moves slower, asks the right questions, studies patterns. Fast forward 2 years. Jack is frustrated. He has high interest. His limits are low. He is stressed out already. But Joe, he has access. He gets approvals. He unlocks leverage to build wealth. They had the same life, but different understanding of how the system works. The gap between successful people and average people is rarely effort. It is awareness and the information at your disposal. This is the truth. Banks will never sit you down and explain this, not fully. Because if you truly understood how credit works, you would cost them money, and they don't want that to happen. In the banking sector, confusion is profitable. It is what keeps them in business. They don't hide the system. They just don't teach you how to win in it. Imagine this. You walk into a banking hall. You are very confident and hopeful. You sit down. They smile at you. Everyone is professional. They attend to you with utmost calm and composure. But before you even speak, your credit report is already speaking for you. Your score walks into the room before you do. And based on that number, they've already decided. Your interest rate, your limits, your options. You're not negotiating from zero, you're negotiating from your profile. Your credit score is your financial reputation. Guard it at all costs because so much depends on it. Want to fix your score? Try these steps. Utilization. Now let's talk about one of the biggest levers, utilization. Let's paint a picture. Sandra has $10,000 limit, $8,000 balance. To her, it is normal. But to the system, it is dangerous. Not because she's irresponsible, but because she looks stretched. So the system reacts. If you're Sandra, you just need to change one thing. Pay early. Then let's only $1,000 report. This one change sends a different signal to the system, and trust me, it changes everything. Your score improves immediately. In the system, you're not judged by what you do, you're judged by what you show. Millions of people repeat the same cycle. They use their card, they wait, then they pay after statement. In their mind, they think they're doing it right. But what they don't see is that the system already captured the wrong snapshot. It is like taking a picture at the worst possible moment. And that picture stays on record. Credit is a snapshot system, not a full story system. It is what you show that counts. Williams pays on time, always on time. But he is still stuck in the same vicious cycle. Because timing is off. Williams feels responsible, and he is. But discipline without understanding doesn't produce results. He's playing the game without knowing the rules. Effort without direction leads to frustration. Don't be like Williams. Let's talk about another loophole. Authorized user strategy. Brad has no credit, nothing at all. Then one move changes everything. He gets added to a strong account, an account with a 10-year history of timely payments and impeccable creditworthiness. Suddenly, doors open. He gets access, approvals, and leverages on it to build wealth. Not because he changed, but because his profile changed. Sometimes progress is about positioning, not effort. Now imagine the opposite. You get added to a bad account with history of late payments, inconsistent patterns, and high balances. Now you automatically inherit damage. Not because you want to, but because that's how the system is structured. Not every shortcut is worth it. Credit repair strategy. You would agree with me that mistakes happen. After all, we are humans. Let's paint an example. A man avoids checking his report, doesn't want stress, probably busy with work and family. Years later, he finds errors in his credit report. He probably disputes it, but the damage has already been done. He will likely miss opportunities, not because he doesn't want to, but because he didn't fix the errors when it happened. All because he didn't look and probably fix it when it was freshly reported. What you avoid financially will eventually confront you. Credit mix strategy. Let's go deeper. I want you to think of lenders like interviewers. Yes. They're asking, have you handled different types of responsibility? They want varieties. It tells them you are experienced, not just active. If all you show is one type, you look limited. Variety signals experience. Learn on it. Mistakes most people make. Now let's talk about the silent killers. Someone closes old cards feels like growth, but it drops your score. It erases history, flushing yesers of credit building down the drain. Because in credit, your past is part of your power. Another mistake is showing desperation. Another person applies everywhere, at different credit card companies, hoping one sticks. But now, they look risky. Lenders won't oblige. It looks desperate. Very unstable, because too many attempts reduce your credibility. Let's say David starts at 600. He stops guessing, starts thinking, adjusts his strategy, waits for the right time, studies patterns. 60 days later, he hits 700 plus. He doesn't celebrate loudly. He simply realizes something. He was never stuck. He was just uninformed. Your ceiling is often a reflection of your knowledge. This could be you. Imagine yourself 6 months from now, same incomes, but better score, better access, better options. What changed? Not your job, not your hustle, but your strategy. A smarter version of you is more valuable than a richer version of you. Shift your mindset. Now let's be honest, most people will watch this, feel something, and do nothing. They'll save it, rewatch it, talk about it, but never act. A year later, they are still at the same place. Awareness without action is wasted advantage. Everything you've heard, all the loopholes, comes down to one thing, and that is understanding the system. Because once you understand patterns, you stop reacting and start controlling outcomes. Control comes from clarity. After this video ends, you'll make a decision, not loudly, but quietly. You'll either apply what you learned or go back to old, and that small decision will shape your next 12 months. Big results are built on small decisions repeated daily. So here's the question. Are you going to keep scrolling, or are you going to start moving differently? Because now you know better. And once you know better, you're responsible for doing better. You have no excuses. If this opened your eyes, like, subscribe, comment ready. Because you can leave here the same, or you can leave here informed. But one thing is certain, you cannot leave here unaware.